Step 8 and the story of manifesting Matisse. All the children are singing, some lustily and loudly, some shyly and quietly, with their eyes fastened on the teacher. All are moving their hands and arms theatrically in the simple movements, dramatizing the song. All are having a wonderful time, smiling and blushing with pleasure. All, that is, except for Matisse, who is staring blankly at the ceiling and who is so oblivious to his surroundings that when the children start to exit the stage, his teacher must nudge him along as the others pass by. All the parents are smiling with their eyes proudly fastened on their children. All are settled and relaxed in their seats. All are having a wonderful time. All, that is, except for me. As I watch Matisse stare at the ceiling, I try to remain both outwardly and inwardly composed. But I can't. Something's about to give. Tears threaten, but I refuse to let them out in the setting, so it's going to be an inside job. As my faith and confidence in God, the universe, and my manifest system begin to vanish, damning thoughts and fearful questions rush in to fill the vacuum. Guilt, blame, and anger pierce my heart. You're not doing enough. What did we do to deserve this? He's never going to get better. What's going to happen as he gets older? When the performance is finally over, the other parents clap proudly and wave excitedly at their children, while I'm clearly heading for phase 2 of my mini breakdown. Unable to hold back any longer, I dash to the bathroom for a quick sobbing break in the solitude of one of the stalls. Not wanting my disappearance or my distress to be noticed, I compose myself as quickly as possible, repair my makeup as best I can, and go back into the auditorium to join my family and to give my son a hug. I need more emotional resilience to deal with times like this when Matisse's problems seem bigger than my faith or my strength. I need to address the guilt and inadequacy that I feel over his situation. I need to talk to someone about the toll that Matisse's constant rejection is taking on me. It hurts more than I allow myself to feel sometimes. Step 8. Remove emotional blockages. Clear an emotional path for your manifestation through affirmations, proven healing therapies, and reframing your past, understanding that this is the work of a lifetime. Feet? What do I need them for if I have wings to fly? Frida Kahlo, Mexican painter, 1907 to 1954. We paint what we believe into our thoughts, our lives, and the world. A painter using a palette covered with moody blue and gray pigments can only create moody blue and gray paintings. Similarly, when negative core beliefs dominate our manifestation palettes, we naturally paint negative realities into existence rather than the visions we long to manifest. Core beliefs are essentially mental and emotional addictions. They are strongly ingrained thinking and feeling habits, and like other kinds of habits, they can be either positive or negative, helpful or harmful. We create core beliefs in 2 primary ways: repetition, by seeing, hearing, experiencing, and affirming the same thoughts, feelings, and reactions over and over until they feel like part of us, and by drama or trauma, by experiencing emotionally arousing or painful events and then drawing conclusions for them about ourselves and or the way the world works. The water flowing from a spring isn't the spring itself, but a circumstance that has arisen simply because the spring is there. In the same way, most of our thoughts, feelings, and reactions flow quite naturally from the spring of core beliefs that is strongly embanked in our brain's neural networks. Our brains use neurons, nerve cells, for communication. Neurons send messages to each other through electrical impulses fired across synapses, connectors. Neurons group together to form neural networks when thoughts, feelings, and reactions are experienced again and again, or when they are heightened due to stress responses. When a section of the neural network lights up with just one thought, it triggers a chain reaction in which many more light up. In milliseconds, thoughts are thought, and related feelings are unleashed. If the network is positive, good feelings flood and fill us. If the network is negative, emotional mayhem and melancholy roll through us, blocking our manifestation energy. So, for example, a realization that you're about to be promoted could start a chain of positive thoughts like, I can't wait to get started. My life is just getting better and better. On the other hand, the very same realization could unleash conscious and subconscious thoughts like, I'll be too busy to be there for my family the way I am now. Or, I'll be expected to socialize with celebrities on a regular basis, and I'm too shy for that. The feelings and actions that flow out of those thoughts will either support your success or sabotage it, depending on which scenario applies. Positive core beliefs about the universe and our place in it act like open channels through which creative energy flows towards the visions we want to manifest. Here are a few examples of positive core beliefs. Everyone has a purpose in life. We are all important. The world is an abundant, friendly place. Life is good. God loves people unconditionally. I'm a valuable, good person. I have the power to change my life and the world. I am loved. I deserve to live the life of my dreams. Negative core beliefs block that creative energy from flowing into our visions by channeling it into the very outcomes we fear or simply don't want. Here are a few examples of negative core beliefs. It's hard to find love. Success means leaving people you love behind. It's a hard, cold world out there. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. You have to sacrifice your values to get ahead. I don't deserve a loving life partner because I got a divorce and hurt my children. I'm too old to make a career change. These beliefs don't just divert manifestation energy away from what we desire and towards what we don't want. They drain peace, joy, and love from our lives. But there's hope, lots of it. Until just a few years ago, most scientists assumed that the neural networks governing our core beliefs were determined in childhood and could be altered only a little, if at all, in adulthood. However, recent research has conclusively shown that they were wrong. Our brains are actually quite malleable from stem to stern. There's even a descriptive term for their malleability, neuroplasticity. Our amazing thinking and feeling machines can be completely reshaped, much like plasticine or clay, given the right conditions. Scientists now understand what spiritual teachers have taught us for millennia. We are conscious beings who can effect massive change in our own mental and emotional lives. We can rewire our neural programs using the principles that normally operate below our conscious awareness. We can retrain our brains and remove our emotional blockages to our manifestations by creating new thinking patterns and the new emotional reactions that go along with them. All we need to do is think thoughts that affirm positive core beliefs again and again until we create positive neural networks that are faster, stronger, and more enduring than their negative counterparts ever were. Consciously chosen positive thoughts, reinforced over and over, eventually become positive core beliefs. Out of these positive core beliefs flow more positive thoughts and feelings, helping us manifest our visions. In step 8, you will begin a lifelong practice of retraining your brain to think thoughts and feel feelings that support and promote the manifestation of your visions. Not just the manifestation you're working on now, all of them. Affirmations and reframing will be your best allies in this process, but they won't be your only ones. Have you ever found yourself struggling to carry a heavy cooler filled with ice or water until a friend saw you and came over to share the load? Immediately, an unpleasant, cumbersome task becomes easy and enjoyable. The meditation practice you learned in step 6 is such a friend, and it has been weakening the power of many of your negative neural networks already. In fact, this synergetic relationship is one of the most exciting aspects of this step in the manifestation system. Since I've been meditating, people say things to me like, "It's so much harder to push your buttons." The truth is, I simply have fewer buttons to push, thanks to the healing available through my simple daily meditation practice. Step 8 is the work of a lifetime, yet so much can be accomplished in the first few weeks and months of applying it, including removing some of the largest emotional blockages. Scientists say, we are not victims. Receptors are not stagnant and can change in both sensitivity and in the arrangement they have with other proteins in the cell membranes. This means that even when we are stuck emotionally, fixated on a version of reality that does not serve us well, there is always a biochemical potential for change and growth. Candace B. Pert, Ph.D., in her book, Molecules of Emotion, The Science Behind Mind-Body Medicine. Rewire your brain with affirmations. Affirmations are conscious belief statements that you will repeat with feeling several times every day to rewire your neural networks to support the thoughts and feelings that will allow you to become a master manifestor. The more often you think, hear, and feel your affirmations, the more rapidly you will become a master manifestor. Therefore, it is important to create an affirmations list that you can keep with you in your wallet or purse, or that can be tucked away in your planner for easy access. In addition to an affirmation list, you can create an affirmations recording of yourself reading your affirmations list aloud 20 to 30 times. Your affirmations list and optional affirmations recording will contain targeted affirmations addressing the negative core beliefs that you will identify, universal affirmations to cover your bases and address negative core beliefs in general, and manifestation-specific affirmations that support your clarified vision and your vision statement. In partnership with your meditation practice, repeating your targeted, universal, and manifestation-specific affirmations 20 to 30 times a day will affect radical change in your emotional landscape by replacing most of your negative core beliefs with their positive counterparts. The positive thoughts and feelings that naturally arise from these new core beliefs will act as open channels through which your vision can manifest. Feel or generate positive emotions as you repeat your affirmations. The more positive emotions you can marry to each repetition of your affirmations, the more rapidly you will rewire your brain. So as you speak, read, or think about each affirmation, imbue it with warm, happy, optimistic feelings. As you affirm each new truth, because that's what it is, a new truth for you, you will see radical change in your mental and emotional state, and thus in your manifestation acceleration. Decide to make an emotional connection to the ultimate truth of each affirmation. As you say it, read it, or think it, even if your conscious mind works hard to reject it, it likes to maintain the status quo. You have the power to manage and direct your emotions with a simple decision. Act as if you believe what you are saying, reading, or thinking, and speak, read, or think your affirmations with conviction and emotional vibrancy. Even if it does not feel genuine to you at first, it's not a lie. It's simply something you don't believe right now, but will believe soon. Act as if you believe it. Repeat it every day, and in just a few short days or weeks, it will feel every bit as true to you as it feels false now. In short, fake it until you make it. We all have an accomplished actor inside of us. In fact, some of us have given performances that would merit an Academy Award if anyone could have suspected that we were acting. They didn't because we're that good. If you feel uncomfortable when you repeat an affirmation, connect with your actor self and give a command performance for your brain. Repeat your affirmations at least 20 to 30 times a day. Since your neural networks got into the shape they're in now because you thought and felt the same things over and over again, you must overwrite them in the same way, thinking new thoughts and feelings, new emotions over and over again. Many experts believe that you may need to repeat an affirmation up to 1,000 times to effect lasting change in your neural networking. All other things being equal, repeating an affirmation 20 times in a day is twice as effective as repeating it just 10 times. Set a daily goal of repeating each affirmation at least 10 to 15 times in the morning and 10 to 15 times in the evening. And within less than 2 months, you will have hit the 1,000 mark. Make a game of exceeding your goal as much and as often as possible. At first, you may feel awkward speaking your affirmations. Say them anyway. If a particular affirmation elicits negative or resistant feelings, know that this is directly addressing an emotional blockage key to your vision and to your happiness right now. But why can't I just read them to myself or think about them? My client Stephanie asked, and I know some of you are wondering the same thing. Well, reading an affirmation or thinking about an affirmation does have a positive impact on your neural networking. Speaking an affirmation and hearing an affirmation deliver a much more powerful impact. Speaking an affirmation multiplies its power by accessing many additional neural networks. Hearing an affirmation allows you to navigate around doubts that would otherwise slow or even halt your progress because your brain is much less discriminating when it comes to believing what it hears than it is about believing what it reads or what it just thinks about. So whenever possible, say your affirmations aloud. However, if the situation only permits reading an affirmation or thinking about an affirmation, that is fine too. It is just not optimum. Make your affirmations a part of your daily routine. Find a way to make your affirmations a natural part of your daily routine, so that soon the positive core beliefs they represent will become part of you. Here are a few of the many ways you can incorporate your affirmations into your daily routine. In the shower. Say your affirmations aloud 10 to 20 times while you are in the shower. How do you keep your affirmations list from getting soggy? Why, you laminate it, of course, and then hang it up in your shower like soap on a rope. Master manifestors are nothing if not resourceful. On your way to work. Depending on if your commute is private or public, you can speak in unison to your affirmations recording, or you can listen to it on your way to work. When you find yourself with a few minutes. Whenever you have a few extra minutes, pull out your affirmations list, and depending on the situation, either repeat your affirmations aloud or just read them through 10 to 20 times. As you're falling asleep, sleeping, or just waking up. Listen to your affirmations recording as you're falling asleep, sleeping, or just waking up to take advantage of your brain's heightened receptivity at these times. When I was manifesting Matisse's healing, I took the practice to the next level by making an hour-long recording of manifestation-specific affirmations for him. Many nights, Matisse slipped peacefully off to sleep with his headphones on, while approximately 100 affirmations played quietly in a half-hour rotation. Here are just a few of the affirmations Matisse heard. I, Matisse, am a very smart boy. I, Matisse, love going to school. I love doing the activities my teacher assigns. Matisse is a strong, healthy boy. I, Matisse, communicate very clearly. Overwrite negative core beliefs with targeted affirmations. Use the negative core beliefs exercise to identify core beliefs you hold and to design targeted affirmations that will overwrite them. As you progress through your manifestation process, design targeted affirmations for any new emotional blockages that come to your attention. Here are examples of targeted affirmations that I developed with my clients. Belief or fear. Full-time artists are always broke. Affirmation. Lots of full-time artists make plenty of money and I am one of them. Money flows to me abundantly through my work and other sources. Belief or fear. I've seen what happens to singers who make it really big. If this single becomes a hit, I won't have any privacy anymore and I won't be able to trust the people around me. I might even become an alcoholic or drug addict. Affirmations. Plenty of successful recording artists are grounded, stable, and healthy. I am one of them. I maintain my privacy and my boundaries fearlessly with thoughtful planning. I have great judgment when it comes to my circle of friends, my staff, and my associates. Belief or fear. I don't think I can manifest my vision of becoming a nurse because I've never really succeeded at anything. Affirmations. I have succeeded at many challenges in my life, like building a good marriage and raising healthy children. I love nursing school. I'm so grateful that I'm at the top of my class. I deserve good things, and they come to me every day. Belief or fear. Part of me is afraid to manifest my vision of becoming a company director because I feel like I will pay for happiness in my professional life with unhappiness at home. Affirmations. Master manifestors have exciting, full professional and personal lives. I love to get promoted, and I'm promoted often. I'm great at maintaining balance in my life. Thank goodness. I'm a success magnet at work and a love magnet at home. Belief or fear. I've never had a healthy relationship, probably because of how my father abused me when I was a child. I don't think I'll ever be able to relate to a man in a healthy way. Affirmations. Plenty of people have had difficult childhoods and have gone on to enjoy wonderful, loving relationships. I'm grateful to be one of them. I relate to men in a healthy way. I maintain smart boundaries with men. I respect and love myself completely. I am open to the right relationship. I attract kind, caring men with great character and morals. Negative core beliefs. Identify your negative core beliefs and then design targeted affirmations for each of them to address the most powerful emotional blockages standing between you and your vision. As you progress through your manifestation process, design targeted affirmations for any new emotional blockage that comes to your attention. Identify negative core beliefs. To identify your negative core beliefs, finish each of the following statements in as many ways as you can. I will prompt you with the beginning of a phrase, and you can pause the recording to finish the sentence. Prompt. I'm worried that if I manifest my vision, pause the recording and finish the phrase. Prompt. Sometimes I doubt that I can manifest my vision because... Pause the recording and finish the phrase. Prompt. A negative belief or fear I have about God or the universe is... Pause the recording and finish the phrase. Prompt. A negative core belief that I have about myself is... Pause the recording and finish the phrase. Design targeted affirmations. Write one or more statements that contradict each of the negative core beliefs that you identified. Add these targeted affirmations to your affirmations list. As you design your affirmations, use the present tense, making your affirmations sound like you, the way you would talk to your friends, and incorporate gratitude often for heightened abundance consciousness. Pause the recording now and write a positive affirmation for each of the statements that you completed before. Cover your bases with universal affirmations. Since you can't consciously identify all of the negative core beliefs buried in your subconscious, incorporate universal affirmations, positive statements that work for everyone. Use these in your daily practice to cover your bases. It's smart and it works. Add the following universal affirmations to your affirmation list. I completely love and accept myself today and every day. I let go of old thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that don't serve me or further my visions. I deserve to receive abundance in every area of my life, and I receive it with gratitude. I am whole, healthy, and mature, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I am filled with vibrant, renewable energy to live my highest purpose, and I love to help others do the same. I manifest my visions rapidly and easily, and I love everything about the process. I ask for help and support when I need it, and I receive it in abundance from the universe and the people around me. The universe is loving, filled with treasures, and generous. It always gives me everything I need and so much more. Love flows to me all day, every day, and I allow love to flow through me to the world. Support your vision with manifestation-specific affirmations. Look at your clarified vision and your vision statement and identify significant aspects that you can support through affirmations, and then create manifestation-specific affirmations for them. As you design your affirmations, use the present tense, make your affirmations sound like you, the way you talk to your friends, and incorporate gratitude often for heightened abundance consciousness. Here are examples of manifestation-specific affirmations. Manifestation, a new business. Affirmation, all of the capital that I need to get my new business off the ground is flowing to me in abundance. Manifestation, a new romantic relationship. Affirmation, I deserve to be totally loved, and my new girlfriend accepts me, flaws and all. Manifestation, a physical healing. Affirmation, my body loves to heal itself, and it is healing from head to toe right now. Here are some of the affirmations I created for Matisse's manifestation. My love and effort shine through and make a difference in Matisse's life. I'm so grateful that Matisse is developing and growing normally for his age. I am a good, loving, and caring mother. Matisse is speaking fluently and gracefully in Spanish, Catalan, and English. I enjoy a loving and harmonious relationship with Matisse. Matisse is learning and socializing at the appropriate rate for his age. Matisse is a loving, vibrant, and healthy child, and he is free of allergies. Explore many emotional healing methods. Unless you have lived your life in a dysfunction-free emotional bubble, meditation and affirmations may not be enough to remove all your emotional blockages. You'll need to do more and to make the most of this step to heal yourself from deeper trauma, wounds, and issues. There are many highly effective emotional healing methods that I hope you explore, including the following: cognitive, behavioral, and human-given therapy, Reiki, acupuncture and acupressure, therapeutic touch and massage, EFT, emotional freedom technique, Gestalt therapy, super nutrition and vigorous exercise, any of the 12-step programs for addiction and related issues, and with chiropractic, such techniques as neuro-emotional technique, network, and applied kinesiology. Reframe your past. Start reframing your thoughts about painful past events and mistakes in terms that allow you to see their gifts such as strength and service. Complete the Discover Gift-Wrapped Pain exercise to discover the gifts wrapped in the pain from your past. Adversity, setbacks, and even disastrous personal mistakes can serve as spiritual boot camp, helping you to prepare you to manifest your visions for yourself and others in a way that a kinder, gentler life never could have. Your wounds and losses do not have to define you, except in the best possible way. Once addressed and healed, they can equip you to overcome challenges that would otherwise keep you from manifesting your visions. They can give you tools to help the right people in similar situations and to help other people in general. They can make you a better boss, a better director, a better governor, a better investor, a better friend, or a better mate. They can make you better, period. Many master manifestors have had traumatic childhoods, failure-ridden young adulthoods, and painful midlife experiences. In fact, in light of their stories, a dark or disappointing past can almost seem like a prerequisite for an outstanding future. Here are just a few master manifestors who transformed traumatic experiences through reframing. Louise Hay, the author of You Can Heal Your Life and founder of Hay House Publishing, experienced childhood rape, abuse, and neglect. Bill Wilson, aka Bill W., the founder of Alcoholics Anonymous, experienced abandonment by his mother, severe alcoholism, depression, and mental illness. Mary D., the news anchor, children's charity fundraiser, and victims advocate, experienced severe childhood abuse, kidnapping, and she was a shooting victim. Maya Angelou, the author, poet laureate, speaker, activist, and leader, experienced abuse, childhood rape, her uncle killed her attacker, and she was a teen mother. Discover gift-wrapped pain. A sad or cruel past does not have to hold you back. Even your missteps and mistakes can turn out to be some of your greatest assets. As long as you use what you've learned from them to improve your life and the lives of others, experiences of abuse, abandonment, addiction, or even heartbreaking loss can be of use to you by becoming vessels for good in your life and in your manifestation process. Answer the following questions to discover the gifts wrapped in the pain from your past. Grab yourself a pen and paper and answer the following questions. What life skills has the pain of your past given you? How do you find yourself using your difficult experiences to help others? What valuable lessons have you learned from your mistakes? Candy's kids. When an intoxicated driver crashed into her mother's car, leaving one of her 18-month-old twin daughters covered in glass shards, cuts, and bruises, Candy got upset and frightened, and she took care of her baby girl. 6 years later, when her son Travis was run over by an impaired driver, resulting in a collapsed lung, broken leg, broken ribs, and permanent brain damage, Candy got angry, and she took care of her little boy. 6 years after that, when her daughter Carrie was struck and killed by a drunk driver as she walked along a quiet suburban street, Candy got mad, and then Candy got busy, and she took care of all the children. Just days after her daughter Carrie's death, Candace Lightner got mad. Mothers against drunk driving. Fueled by fresh grief and rage, Candy formed MAD to confront a justice system that penalized drunk drivers only mildly, if at all. Through MAD, Candy's efforts to enact legislation and to set up public awareness programs have dramatically reduced the number of drunk drivers on the road, saving thousands of lives. Candace Lightner transformed a brutal personal loss, one that most parents can't even allow themselves to imagine, into a catalyst for something so beautiful and for which many parents thank her every day. Candy didn't get even. She got mad. Summary. To apply Step 8, uncover negative core beliefs that could create emotional blockages to your manifestation. Then, design targeted affirmations directly addressing them. Cover your bases with universal affirmations. Create manifestation-specific affirmations to support your clarified visions and your vision statement. Repeat each of your affirmations at least 20 to 30 times a day, making them a natural part of your daily routine. Always speak, read, or think about your affirmations with feeling and conviction. Explore other proven healing therapies while you reframe the pain of your past in terms that allow you to see its gifts, especially strength and service. Remember, Step 8 is a lifelong process, one you'll want to make a priority. Let's move on to Step 9, Build Faith and Surrender, where we'll talk about building faith and surrendering your outcomes. Step 9, and the story of manifesting Matisse. I anxiously watch the speech therapist's face as she scribbles away at her notes, a frown creasing her forehead. Finally, she sighs and looks up. I want the results right away, I say, in what I hope is a calm, congenial voice. I'll let you know next week, she says. Then we'll have 2 more weeks of tests before we start treatment. 2 more weeks? Can't we start some kind of treatment program now? I ask. I'm embarrassed to hear a slightly pleading tone bleed through my words. At that moment, I feel my inner voice, the one I've learned to recognize through meditation, speak to me. Patience, Michelle. Let things flow. Trust, Michelle. Trust. I take a deep breath. Okay, I say. We'll see you next week. 7 days later, we're back in her office. Well, she says, there are some problems. There are several sounds he may never be able to make because of the neurological damage. He can't really move his tongue properly. I'm sure you've noticed how the right side of his mouth sags. She goes on, but the words start to blur and run together. Again, I hear the voice speaking. Trust, Michelle. Trust. I return home and enter my beautiful apartment. I manifested this, I think. I look at my manifestation log. I have manifested so many wonderful things in my life. Everything is happening as it should. All I need to do is apply the steps and let go. I meditate and visualize Matisse happy, healthy, and chattering to me like a magpie with a huge smile on his face, where both sides are curled up perfectly. After a few moments, the image becomes so real I cannot picture his reality in any other way. As I finish, I call to God, to the universe for strength. I surrender my son to you. I know that you will do what is best and necessary. Please give me the patience to trust when I have doubt. Please help me remove all fear from my mind. I'm finished trying to force things. I surrender to your wisdom and your plan. Step 9. Build faith and surrender. Develop trust in the universe and in your manifestation process, and then let go of your outcomes and watch your vision emerge in alignment with the ultimate plan. The pain passes, but the beauty remains. Pierre-Auguste Renoir, French Impressionist painter, 1841 to 1919. Every time you decide to manifest a big vision, one that represents a significant reality shift, the universe will surprise you with a test. It will send you at least one major challenge to overcome, and then sit back and see how you respond. In essence, it will ask you, do you really want this reality? Can you handle it when it arrives in your life? Responding to challenges with faith and tenacity is your opportunity to demonstrate to yourself and to the universe that you do, in fact, really want your vision to manifest. It's also your opportunity to become the person you need to be to live your vision. You see, the you who lives in the reality you want is at least a little different from the you who lives in your current reality. To become the person you must be for your vision to manifest, you'll need to mature or expand some of your abilities in ways you may not yet understand. However, the universe does understand, and it is already at work making sure you get the lessons and resources you need to grow. Through challenges, the universe helps you develop as a whole being, mind, body, and spirit. It builds your manifestation muscles, helping you strengthen the qualities you need to fulfill the ultimate purpose of your vision. Qualities it wants you to develop within you for a myriad of other reasons you'll comprehend over time. And this brings us to the big picture idea at the heart of not only this step, but the entire manifestation process, the ultimate plan. The universe has its own idea about how it's going to manifest your vision, as part of a greater vision it holds for you and everyone else on the planet. The ultimate plan is not only bigger than any one dream or desire, it's the inspiration at the heart of every vision ever conceived. This plan is always at work, often in ways our rational minds can never understand, though our spirits always will. It's the reason you clarified your vision in the first place, and it's the reason your vision's birthing process is as smooth or as rocky as it is. It is working all things out in perfect order with perfect timing for a multitude of perfect purposes. You can trust it. Building the faith you need to manifest your vision while you surrender your emotional attachment to it can seem like an impossible order. It's not. Here, in step 9, you're going to learn just how to do it. Scientists say, everything, everywhere is interactive energy. Physical atoms are made up of vortices of energy that are constantly spinning and vibrating. The quantum perspective reveals that the universe is an integration of interdependent energy fields that are entangled in a meshwork of interactions. Bruce Lipton, PhD, from his book, The Biology of Belief, Unleashing the Power of Consciousness, Matter, and Miracles. Bend without breaking. Imagine a beautiful fruit-bearing tree whose roots grow deeper and deeper into the earth every day. Tall, flexible, and strong. You are that tree. Your flexibility allows you to bend with the wind so that you will not break, and your strong, deep roots will not allow the wind to uproot you. There is no advanced warning system for these universal tests that oftentimes come in shiny, seemingly irresistible packages. Indeed, you may never know that you had taken the test and failed because you leapt at the shiny prize behind curtain number 1 and never realized that the grand prize behind curtain number 2 was just one non-compromising leap of faith away. You must bend in compromise to the details of how the universe will help you manifest your vision. You must not bend in compromise to the essence of your vision. Feel free to do your heels in, that is, your roots, in on that one. You must understand the difference between the two, and most importantly, you must be prepared to stand alone in your decisions holding your center when everyone whose opinion matters to you thinks that you have had, to put it kindly, a momentary lapse of reason. Discerning the essence of your vision from the details is a very intuitive thing for which there are no hard rules. In business terms, the essence of your vision would be described as its deal breakers. If you identify your vision's deal breakers up front, you won't be uprooted when the universal wind kicks up, nor will you spend precious time agonizing over a decision because there simply will be no decision to make. Allow your intuition to guide you, and you will know if you're making the right step towards your vision. This intuitive guidance has a certain feeling, a calm, resolute knowing. All that said, the overarching guidance is to maintain momentum toward your vision. Keep moving forward by not allowing the fear of making the wrong decision halt your progress. Even wrong decisions can open doors and provide insights. When I was a young woman in Ireland, manifesting my vision of owning my own practice and living in an exotic Mediterranean city, I received an exciting offer to work for a successful chiropractor in Spain. The offer promised easy entry into the city, a generous income, and freedom from the financial risks of solo practice. I liked and respected my prospective boss enormously and felt confident we'd enjoy working together. But the essence of my vision statement that read, "Own my own chiropractic office," was clearly to be my own boss instead of just working for a great boss. So with heart and mind racing 100 miles an hour, I declined the offer. Everyone around me said that I was crazy. "How could you do that?" one of my friends asked me again and again, but only for a day. Within less than 24 hours of declining that offer, I received an astonishing call from an acquaintance. "I have a friend from France who started a practice in Barcelona, but her husband has decided that he does not want to live there," she said. "Would you be interested in buying her out?" The opportunity was amazing. The price was right. The location was perfect. All the setup work was complete. All of my immigration paperwork would be handled for me. Everything I could have hoped for and more. By holding fast to the essence of my vision statement, which was to be my own boss, I passed the test that the universe had sent my way. For this manifestation, although I had surrendered the details to the universe, For example, which exotic Mediterranean city, I was not asked to compromise on any of them. The universe and I manifested my practice and paperwork in the perfect package, exactly the right fit for my budget and my life. Nurture faith-building relationships. Faith is energy. One of the most exciting truths about energy is that when two energy waves that are in phase, their crests and troughs are aligned, come together, they constructively interfere with each other, creating a synergy, wherein together they become greater than the sum of their parts. So when your faith energy and my faith energy come together, they create a synergy, and together they can become far, far more than the sum of their parts. If you and I both want to develop our skills as master manifestors, and we have lunch together talking about our experiences and success stories we've heard or read, we each leave the restaurant with more than a full tummy. We leave with more faith than we had come in with. Probably a lot more. If we trade motivating calls and encouraging emails, we end our exchanges with more faith than we had when we picked up the phone or clicked compose mail. Such faith-building relationships keep you inspired, positive, and on track, while they help you build up faith reserves for times when challenges arise and for future manifestations. Spending time with a master manifestor can take this exciting synergy to an even higher level. Your shared time will multiply your faith energy and accelerate your manifestation by leaps and bounds. Choose manifestation media. A master manifestor, potential or otherwise, cannot afford to consume media messages and images without thinking about how this medium might impact their ability to make their visions reality. The more you fill your thoughts with the empowering messages of manifestation media, inspiring faith-building media, rather than the depleting messages of mainstream media, depictions of destructive and addictive relationships, violence, fear, and egocentric messages that turn your thoughts in negative directions and deplete the positive energy you need for your manifestations, the faster your visions will emerge into reality. Become a conscious media consumer rather than the victim of mainstream media. Watch inspiring faith-building films like Field of Dreams and The Shawshank Redemption and other productions that support your manifestation mastery and limit your viewing of movies and television shows that promote pessimistic worldviews, discouragement, and depravity. Make the biographies of master manifestors, spiritual texts, and positive books you're reading fair. Minimize or eliminate the time you spend reading tell-alls, romances, and murder mysteries. Attend faith-fueling seminars and talks, even if you're totally familiar with the principles and techniques being taught. If your church, synagogue, mosque, sangha, or spiritual study group doesn't build your faith on a weekly basis, find one that does. When Matisse's manifestation was in process, I cut the cable line on the television so that he could only play DVDs of programs Adrian and I chose for him. Learning-centered shows and films featuring calm, loving family relationships and happy children filled the spaces that had been blocked with commercials or negative programming. This decision had the happy effect of raising my own manifestation energy, and I came to a new understanding of the power that entertainment media wields in our thoughts and emotions. Maintain a manifestation log. Keep track of all of the outcomes you manifest, no matter how large or small, or whether or not you formally apply all the steps of the system to them. By creating yourself a manifestation log and filling it with pictures of visions you manifest as soon as they emerge into reality. Snap photos of material visions or locate images on the internet to symbolize those that can't be photographed. Paste the photos and images into a scrapbook or binder and add a few descriptive words and each vision's manifestation date. Then, whenever you need a boost, flip it open and reconnect with that reservoir of faith inside of you. Consider your manifestation log as important to you as your pictures of your children, since one of the most precious gifts you can give any child is your own development as a master manifester. My manifestation log includes photos and images of most of my manifestations, even some that seem a bit silly. Phone cords, vacations, apartments, my husband, my children, my office, and more. It's only missing those I've forgotten from the days before I began keeping my log. It has provided a sorely needed pick-me-up on more than one occasion, and it makes me smile every time when I see it. It's fun and it works. Ask for a signature sign. For those times when you need an immediate boost of faith, ask the universe to send you a signature sign, a consistent thing or message to signal that you are on track and that everything is okay. And then watch what happens. One morning on a beach vacation, I desperately needed some lip balm and realized I'd forgotten mine at home again. This happens every time I go away, I thought. I refused to buy another tube. I decided to test my manifestation skills and added manifesting a new tube of lip balm to my morning to-do list. And not the cheap kind either, I said aloud at the end of my visualization session. Later, when I sat down at a table in a cafe, there was a small paper bag on the floor next to my chair with a new tube of Lancôme lip balm. Because this was such a motivating example of a rapid, powerful manifestation, I made lip balm my signature sign and asked the universe to send a tube of lip balm my way whenever I needed more faith than I had. Just use it to let me know I'm on track and that you're looking out for me, I prayed. I started manifesting lip balm to soothe my lips, and now I manifest lip balm to soothe my soul. As a matter of fact, I have a tidy row of lip balm tubes lined up in an organizer on my desk. Whenever I see it, I laugh and receive an immediate boost of faith. A few months ago, while this book was in its beginning stages, I went through a week of shocking and painful crisis. A group of men robbed my practice while two of my team members and I hid in one of the offices, aware that the robbers knew we were there. Matisse was hurt in a frightening accident, and he was hospitalized for a week, and a deeply important personal relationship fractured and looked like it might be beyond repair. The icing on the cake? My wallet was stolen. Challenge week began on Monday, and by the time I awoke on Friday to prepare to teach a seminar, I was badly shaken and hurting. I said to the universe, I could make it if you'll just send me a sign that everything is going to be okay, that I'm doing what I should be doing. I showered and dressed and headed out the door and got into the taxi. On my seat, I discovered a tube of lip balm. Then, after arriving at my office, I was rummaging around looking for a pen and came across another tube of lip balm. And just a few weeks ago, when a speaking engagement went awry, I asked for help again. That day, when I picked Matisse up from school, he ran up to me and said, I have a present for you, Mummy. And then he handed me a tube of lip balm he had found on the playground. I called my editor and told her what had happened so we could work it into the book. Amazingly, after we hung up, her teen daughter came home, walked into her office and said, I really need to go out. I'm going to go get some lip balm. Lip balm really has become my manifesting signature sign. And oddly enough, I've received several emails from readers of the printed version of this book of their experiences of finding lip balm right after finishing the last chapter. Trust the universe's wisdom. When obstacles block your path or challenges make your journey rocky, trust the universe's wisdom. When you come to the end of your own ideas, or when a test feels like just too much for you, remember that you're not in this alone, and know that the universe is holding you and your vision safely in its care. A couple of years ago, my sister began manifesting free promotion and exposure for her new business. Before long, she got a thrilling call to do an interview on a popular show. Immediately, she started visualizing the show going very, very well, bringing her even more exposure and lots of opportunities. After a few days, she expanded her visualizations and pictured the host inviting her to appear on his show again soon. She wanted everything to go as smoothly as possible. So, on the day of her interview, she arrived at the studio 20 minutes early. She was nervous, but meditation and visualization had helped her work through the worst of her panic. When she walked through the door, the host spat out in a huff, "You're an hour late!" and he threw the microphone at her, and they went live a second later. She immediately felt crushed and distraught, but she made a decision to be a channel for the positive energy throughout the show, regardless of the circumstances. The mistake was the studio's in the end, not hers. Despite the host's frustration, the interview was a great success, so much that she was invited back for a full hour. She got the extra time and twice the exposure. This story is a great example of an important essential truth. Even when your manifestation process seems to be taking the wrong track, as long as you consistently, not perfectly, apply the steps, you will arrive at the right destination right on time. Rest assured that at some point you will get at least a glimpse of the big picture reasons behind every delay, setback, or mistake. You may see the divine order emerging from chaos as quickly as my sister, or you may have to wait weeks, months, or even years to understand why each phase of your manifestation unfolds the way it does. Eventually, everything will fall into place, and you'll understand. Surrender verbally. When you find yourself in doubt, worried, or tense about an aspect of your manifestation, make a decision to surrender, and then take a deep breath, relax, and speak your surrender into existence. Even if you don't feel like you're surrendering while the words are coming out of your mouth, your ears will hear the words and your brain will process them on both a conscious and subconscious level. Your intention to surrender will go to work transforming your inner state until you feel your feelings matching your words. Say something like, "I release this whole situation now. I allow the universe to bring me a solution in alignment with the ultimate plan or highest good for all beings." Or send up a little prayer like, "God, I give my dream of blank to you for safekeeping and to work out according to your plan for me and the rest of the world." Manifesting freedom and justice. In 1962, a young African revolutionary was sentenced to life in prison for acts of sabotage against his government. At that time, this nation's ruling regime used legislated poverty, civil abuse, and violence to keep black citizens bound in an abject servility accounting to slavery. He spent the next 18 years at hard labor, followed by almost 10 years in a prison with somewhat more humane conditions. During all this time, he and his compatriots never stopped planning ways to free their people and create a just nation for all. On several occasions, government officials offered to release him, if only he would forfeit his role as a revolutionary leader. He refused. From behind the walls of his prison, his voice spoke to the world, uniting people all over the planet on behalf of his cause. When he was finally freed from prison in 1990, unconditionally, he emerged with a message of conciliation and hope for all of his country's citizens. He immediately became the moral leader of his people, developing a new constitution that would protect the rights of every citizen without regard to color or creed. 4 years later, in 1994, in the nation's first free elections, Nelson Mandela was elected President of South Africa. Summary. To apply Step 9 to your manifestation, be like a strong, supple tree that can bend without breaking. Be flexible when it comes to the details of how the universe will usher your vision into reality, but never compromise on the essence of your vision itself. Understand obstacles for what they are, tests and training from the universe to see if you really want your vision to manifest, and to prepare you for the life that you will have once your vision manifests. Nurture faith-building relationships. Keep a manifestation log and choose manifestation media. Ask for a signature sign and trust the universe's wisdom in working out the details of your process. When the going gets rough, or when you find yourself anxious about your manifestation, let go by surrendering to the ultimate plan, giving yourself and your vision into the care and keeping of God and/or the universe. Now, let's move on to step 10, revise and revision, where you'll learn why you must revise and/or revision every time one of your visions manifests. Step 10 in the story of manifesting Matisse. Adrian and I walked through the gates of Matisse's school at 2 p.m., just in time for our parent-teacher conference. Matisse is running and laughing with other children on the playground. Actually, he's shrieking with the uninhibited joy only young children can express. We can't resist pausing for just a moment to watch him play with his friends. Hide and go seek, his voice bounces across the courtyard clear and bright as we turn to open the door and walk inside the school. It has been more than a year since that catalyzing parent-teacher conference that broke my heart open and started me on the path to Matisse's manifestation. In that time, our reality has shifted in delightfully dramatic ways, evidenced by the way I'm feeling as I entered Matisse's new classroom for a parent-teacher conference. Yes, my pace is racing, but I am smiling. Matisse's teacher greets us with a brilliant, happy smile of her own and says, "How do you think things are going? I'm so pleased with his progress." We're not surprised by the good news. After all, after weeks of testing with neurologists and specialists, his state-induced label as a special needs child had been removed. Nonetheless, we savor every morsel of this moment. She tells us Matisse is an enthusiastic student and is excited about learning. He does his classwork with curiosity and gusto. He's a budding artist, a leader among his little group of friends, and a megawatt personality. His language skills are excellent, in Spanish, English, and Catalan, and he's performing at or above his level on all subjects. Overall, Matisse is flourishing, but he's not pint-sized perfection. He has a few issues with rules and regulations, primarily those that interfere with his socializing. Our timid, withdrawn child has blossomed into a friend magnet, a social maven, and a chatterbox. "Do you want me to call him in?" his teacher asks and walks over to the window. "Matisse!" My son whirls to see the three of us waving at him through the window. His eyes light up and his face breaks into a huge grin. Both corners of his mouth are curving up perfectly. Seconds later, he is hurtling into my arms. "Mommy," he yells, "thank you for coming to get me," and almost knocks me over. But I manage to keep my balance as he smothers my face with kisses and squeezes me so tightly you'd think we hadn't seen each other for days, even though I was the one who brought him to school this morning at his request. Matisse grabs my hand and pulls me around the room, and as he is excitingly showing off his work and bubbling about what he learned in school and what he wants to do when he gets home, his teacher looks over at me and says, "He is such a delight." A delicious sense of déjà vu washes through me. I have lived these moments already in the imaginative journey I took when I created my vision statement and in my visualizations for Matisse's healing. The reality I've been manifesting for Matisse and reality as we know it have converged. My eyes fill up and my heart opens up like a lotus. In that moment, I know it's time to expand my vision. It's time to share my 10-step system with the world so that others can learn how to transform their own realities. I think it's time to write a book. Step 10. Revise and revision. As your vision manifests, either expand it or clarify a new vision and begin taking your revised or new vision through the 10-step system. There's no retirement for an artist. It's your way of living, so there's no end to it. Henry Moore, British sculptor, 1898 to 1986. Why do artists create art? Because that is what they are made to do, the purpose for which they were perfectly designed. It's who they are. Why do manifestation artists create new realities? Because that is what we are made to do, the purpose for which we were perfectly designed. It's who we are. The more we practice our art, the better we become at realizing our visions in the world around us, and the more whole and alive we feel. Master manifestors live on purpose, in the heart of what some call God's will, one with the universe and the people around us. The person who started writing this book is certainly not the one who is finishing it. Through the process of revising my vision to include writing this book, just as surely as I manifested my vision, I manifested myself as well. I have triumphed, I have deepened, I have matured. Gifts forged through struggle and by overcoming challenges that, frankly, I'm glad I didn't know were before me when I sat down at my computer and started writing. I have spent hours trying to fight my way through blockages before remembering to trust and surrender. And then I have caught my breath in wonder as words flowed through me and onto the page. And I have experienced miracles I never could have anticipated even moments before they occurred. The same thing will happen for you as you manifest your first vision and as you manifest every other vision that you clarify and carry through these steps. In fact, during your first few manifestations, you will discover that seeing a vision emerge into reality is just one of the many gifts of this amazing system. You'll learn that what you experience and who you become are far more valuable to you than any single vision you manifest. Without vision, people perish. I often remember Dr. Martin Luther King's words when I encounter people who are perishing, drowning in despair or depression. They're not struggling because of their circumstances. They're struggling because they are missing a spiritual substance vital to their happiness and harmony, and that of every human being, vision. Think of the times in your life when you were bored, lethargic, or apathetic. Think of the times when you were dispirited, disillusioned, or in despair. You were simply perishing for lack of vision. You were trying to live without inspiration, and you can't, not for long anyways. Sure, you might have been working to achieve certain goals, but you didn't have your eyes fastened on a compelling vision in partnership with the immense power of the universe. And that made your work hard, draining, and not very effective. The immense power of the universe stands ready to help you to create new, transformative experiences for yourself and others. When you tap into the power of the universe, you banish unnatural states like boredom, lethargy, apathy, and depression from your life, and you live as you were meant to live, powered by inspiration. Experiencing inspiration feels like falling in love because that's exactly what it is. A beautiful romance between you and the universe. Through it, universal energy flows through you to the world, creating joyful, transformative events and experiences for you and everyone else on the planet. In step 10, you begin to dwell in inspiration rather than just visiting it every now and then, by expanding your visions as they near manifestation and clarifying new ones. Scientists say, changing our reality changes us. According to quantum ideas, not only is matter composed of patterns of probability waves, but these patterns themselves are not isolated. The subject, while it investigates the object, changes reality, changes the state of the object. And no change in nature is ever one-sided. The subject also changes in the process. It is impossible to consider the subject and the object as separate systems. They are interconnected. Amit Goswami, PhD, from his book, The Cosmic Dancers, Exploring the Physics of Science Fiction. Make it bigger and bolder and make it new. Master manifestors constantly dream bigger, bolder dreams than they have ever dreamt before, and they infuse their dreams with intention, a concrete willingness to invest their energy in manifesting them. And this alchemy turns each of their dreams into something with the potential to transform reality as we know it. This alchemy turns each of their dreams into a clarified vision. Hot on the trail of a new manifestation, master manifestors infectiously radiate the singular joy of purpose, exposing those around them to happiness and fulfillment. On task, on target, and on a mission, master manifestors start making plans, visualizing outcomes, and taking actions. When your vision nears complete manifestation, ask yourself, how can I make it bigger? How can I make it bolder? How can I make it better? How can I use it to be of greater service to others? If you discover inspiring answers to these questions, expand your vision in their direction. Make your dream bigger, better, and bolder. Make it something that can be of greater service. Then go back through the first steps of this manifestation system and either create a new vision statement or edit the one you have to reflect your new goals. Do the same with your vision collage and manifestation plan. If, on the other hand, inspiring answers to these questions don't capture your imagination, it's time for you to revision. You're ready to pluck a new dream out of your own heart, the heart of God, or the heart of humanity, and create an entirely new vision. When your imagination conjures up a new vision, return to step 1, clarify vision, and take it through all of the steps, even if you're tempted to skip a few. Apply this entire system to it, fueled and motivated by the miracles and momentous reality shifts you have experienced so far in your journey. As you do, you will be amazed at how much you have changed just by taking one vision through all of the steps. And the new you will shine through your new vision. You will find that you are a different person the second time around, having greater clarity, faith, spiritual maturity, and emotional competence than when you began. As Matisse's new reality has fully manifested, I have both revised and revision building on what we have experienced in our life through this system. As I shared in the Manifesting Matisse vignette at the beginning of this step, I clarified the vision for this book as an important part of my Step 10 experience with Matisse's manifestation. What I hadn't told you was that I went further and got Matisse involved in manifesting a new vision for himself with me. Matisse is still quite small for his age. Until recently, he was quite happy as a lark with his size. As a matter of fact, for some time, Matisse adamantly and often announced his intention to stay small to anyone who would listen. "I want to be little Matisse," he exclaimed to me with great conviction more than once. When Adrian asked him why he wanted to stay small, he told him that he liked it when people said he was cute and adorable. But lately, it has become important to him to catch up in size with the other children his age. "I'm ready to be a big boy," he told me a few months ago. So, I sat at the computer with him and helped him clarify his own vision. Matisse typed the words into a document, picking the letters out key by key. Matisse is a big boy. Matisse is a big boy. Matisse is a big boy. Then he went to Google Images, where he chose pictures for himself for his Matisse is a big boy collage. We made the collage together and printed several copies. Then he taped one of them to the ceiling of his bunk bed, one in his bathroom and one on his bedroom door. I can't report on this manifestation, as it is still in process, but I expect big things. Clarify visions for every area of your life. Your life is a lot bigger and deeper than any one manifestation. Why let any part of it perish for lack of vision? As you grow in your skills and allow them to become a way of life, clarify visions for each of the following areas of a balanced human life. Your overall health and fitness, your spiritual and religious life, your sexual romantic relationship, your relationships with friends and family, your education and professional aspirations, your hobbies, your psychological and emotional well-being, your service to others in the world. This may seem like a tall order, but after you've taken several visions through this system, you'll be more than ready to meet the challenges and eager to put manifestation energy to work in every aspect of your life. Make the vision connection when you're down or deflated. When an area of your life becomes dull or boring, get busy clarifying a vision that requires a leap of faith and inspires you to take that leap. Last year, my staff and I began losing our fire when we found ourselves inches away from fully manifesting a vision we had clarified and taken through the steps together. It took a few words from my life coach to open my eyes to what was happening. Everything is just kind of dragging a bit, I told him. I don't know why. We've taken great care of our patients, we're in strong financial shape, and everything is going even better than we planned. But it's just not as fun as it used to be in the office. My coach then asked me, "Well, how long has it been since you and your staff had a new vision?" I explained that we were just about to fully manifest the vision I told him so much about over the past few months. "Michelle, that's it. You need a new vision," he exclaimed. "By the way, you taught me that at your seminar," he added. Hello! What a wake-up call. Together, my staff and I revised our on the brink of manifesting vision until it became a new vision, one that required us to take a big leap of faith and generate more creativity. Instantly, the energy in the office shifted from lethargic to energized, from unmotivated to inspired. This story only goes to show you that even someone whose personal and professional lives are built around this process can lose track of this step in the hurry and the noise of life. It's easy to lose sight of the vision trees in the midst of the manifestation forest. Retreat and reflect to expand and renew. Every month or two, block off a few hours to retreat and reflect on your life, your visions, and your manifestations. Disconnect from the familiar to connect with the unfamiliar, so you can open your mind and spirit to new possibilities that have a hard time getting your attention when you're living life as usual. And when intuition calls, the voice of spirit, be ready and willing to pull back for even longer periods, weekends, weeks, or months. Turn off the television and the radio and ease into a comfortable conversation with two gentle, undemanding friends. Silence and serenity. Put a do not disturb sign on the door of your life, and even the door of your home, if that will help you create a safe, quiet cocoon for yourself. Spend time reading spiritual texts, listening to music that moves you, praying and meditating. Fill pages in your journal. Meditate more often and for longer periods of time. And most of all, spend time just being and not doing anything at all. Several months before I began writing this book, I started spending most of my evenings and weekends in retreat. I cocooned myself into a quiet time withdrawn from my normal life and social demands. I did all of the things that I've asked you to do and just relaxed. I stepped out of my social life, seeing no friends, and spending time only with close family members and my staff and clients during office hours. I invested many hours in deep meditation, exploratory visualization, and reflection, recording my discoveries and thoughts in my journal. When people called and invited me to go out or attend an event, I politely declined. I stayed home and spent as much time alone as possible. My withdrawal was so marked, my much less social husband became bored and started worrying about me. He came up with exciting plans for us, a nice change, and tried to charm me into agreeing to participate in them. As tempting as they were, I intuitively knew I was in an important phase of my life, so I declined his invitation as well. Not to worry, I said. I'm cocooning, I told him. I'm reinventing myself. Soon, I'll emerge as a beautiful butterfly. Exactly 2 months after my retreat began, my sense that I must stay in retreat lifted, and I felt ready to return to my normal life. As I reconnected with friends and began picking up the loose threads I had laid aside, I recognized that I had evolved into a new level of consciousness in my life, and I had a clearly defined message to share with others. One evening, I sat down at my computer, and the outline for this book poured out of me. It was effortless, but it was no mistake. I had disconnected from what was familiar to me, so something unfamiliar, a thrilling new vision, could emerge through my creative consciousness. Mentor and partner with others in the system. If you are interested in accelerating your manifestations even further, share what you've learned in the system with others. Everything you do as a mentor and partner for other developing master manifestors will not only send great manifestation energy your way, but will also propel you forward in your own process. As one of my clients says, you got to share it to keep it. Here are a few examples of the kind of mentoring and partnering that will accelerate your own manifestations. Step 1. Help a friend clarify a vision. Step 2. Check a buddy's vision statement for omissions and conflicts. Step 3. Help a collage version create their first masterpiece. Step 4. Coach a pathologically disorganized person through a manifestation planning session. Step 5. Donate an afternoon to a worthy cause that needs some cleaning help. Step 6. Guide a group of vision sharers through a breathing meditation. Step 7. Follow up on the breathing meditation from Step 6 with a group visualization session and a prayer of thanks. Step 8. Make an affirmation buddy and phone or text message each other with affirmations regularly. You're such a great manager. You are doing so awesome in your new business. Step 9. Buy a stranger, friend, or employee a faith-building book, CD, or film. Step 10. Join with others in clarifying group or global visions, such as a clean, healthy planet. Make life better with mini manifestations. Yes, you can use this system to create wealth, businesses, marriages, new careers, hit singles, film budgets, and thousands of other mega outcomes. But you can also use it to manifest small things throughout your day, every day. You won't always want or need to thoroughly apply each step to these mini manifestations. Still, if you apply the basic skills of each step to your daily life, you'll see it improve in amazing ways. Not long ago, a friend of mine found herself in a seemingly unsolvable traffic situation. She pulled up into a turn-only lane and discovered the road onto which she planned to turn was completely blocked off for construction. It was rush hour, and car after car whizzed by, affording her no opportunity to move into the other lane. Within seconds, another car pulled up behind her and started honking for her to turn. She gestured to the driver behind her that she had no place to go, pointing dramatically at the construction. He craned his head and saw the roadblock, laid off the honking, but threw up his own hands, signifying he didn't know what to do either. My friend's heart sank as she saw cars lining up for quite a distance behind him. A minute or two went by, and still no opening appeared. Feeling anxious, she prayed, "God, please help me out of here." Immediately, this thought arrived. Maybe I can manifest a solution. She stopped imagining worst-case scenarios while whipping her head back and forth, hoping to see a break in the traffic. Instead, she relaxed her body, took a deep, cleansing breath, and said with confidence, "God, thank you for helping me and creating a break in the traffic. We were able to pull into traffic easily and are happily on our way." She felt grateful that this was not a heartbreaking problem, merely an urgent one. She visualized traffic opening up immediately on her left so she could change lanes with ease. She thanked God and the universe that her solution would come, either as she visualized it or in another way. And she did all of this in the space of just a few seconds. Then she turned calmly and looked at the traffic on her left. Just as she did, the last car for several blocks passed her, a rush hour impossibility. She pulled leisurely into the left lane and went on her way, followed by several of the cars that had been trapped behind her. Later that day, she called several friends to share her story. In the space of just 2 or 3 minutes, my friend applied each of the 10 steps to her mini manifestation. She clarified her vision, step 1. She imagined what she wanted and stated it clearly in the present tense using positive terms, step 2. She pictured the traffic opening up, step 3 and 7. She took action by checking the traffic, step 4. She cleared space in her mind for her manifestation by letting go of anxious thoughts, step 5. Then she connected with her spirit by taking a deep breath, praying, and centering herself, step 6. She consciously connected with the universal intelligence through gratitude and visualization, step 7. She cleared her emotional blockages by affirming to herself that her God wanted to help her out and would, step 8. She trusted and surrendered by accepting that her solution could come in a way other than she visualized it. Step 9. She shared her story with friends using her manifestation to inspire them in their own manifestation processes. Step 10. Do use the steps in this informal way to make your life run a little more smoothly. You'll be thrilled with the results, just as my friend was. But before you decide you can apply these steps in this quick and dirty way to more important manifestations and save yourself some time and effort, take the following into consideration. This was a relatively small manifestation. It likely did not require very much faith or manifestation energy on the part of my friend, who is a rapidly advancing master manifestor. Scaled down application of the steps can communicate low manifestation desire to the universe. It's one thing to do a rush job if you don't have a choice. It's another thing entirely to do a rush job when you're asking the universe to entrust you with a significant reality shift. It speaks volumes about how much you really don't want to manifest your vision. Also, there were probably several manifestors working on the problem with her. It is likely that at least some of the more optimistic people trapped in the line of traffic were visualizing the traffic opening up in concert with my friend. Watch the steps become a natural part of your life. After you take your first few visions all the way through the system, you'll find the steps melting into a seamless whole, so you won't often have to think about how to apply each individual part of the system. You'll just do it. And over time, this entire system will expand and change along with you. It will become a part of you, a way of life. Chiropractic innovation, radio, books, and television, just for starters. After Dr. B.J. Palmer took over the reins of the world's first chiropractic college in 1906 and watched it become an international institution, he could have relaxed and enjoyed the financial rewards and accolades that came his way. He could have stopped teaching and researching. He could have given up writing and publishing several books a year, in which he pioneered some of modern day's popular ideas of New Age spirituality, including many of the methods described in this book. He could have ceased defining and refining the methods and techniques that he and his father pioneered. Rather than buying the first radio station west of the Mississippi, and becoming a technical and programming pioneer, he could have taken the safe route to sticking with what he knew best, healing. In his later years, he could have decided he was too old to get involved in yet another broadcasting, a term he coined, enterprise, rather than becoming a television entrepreneur and visionary. Instead, Dr. Palmer lived his life to his fullest potential as a true master manifestor, always in the process of transforming reality in radical ways. He left a legacy of healing, innovation, and technological advancement that impacts the lives of billions worldwide. Summary: to live a vibrant life powered by the inspiration and enthusiasm of Step 10, you must revise and revision. Revise your manifesting visions by making them bigger, better, bolder, or of greater service to yourself and others. Revision by creating and clarifying new visions and taking them through each step of this manifestation system. After you've completed several successful manifestations, make sure you always have a vision in process, a masterpiece in development for each of the 8 basic areas of a balanced human life. When you notice yourself beginning to perish for lack of vision in any area, either modify an existing vision for that area in a way that requires a new leap of faith, or clarify an entirely new vision for it. Make time regularly for retreat and reflection in response to the universe's invitation to pull away from the familiar in order to open yourself up to the unfamiliar. Mentor and partner with others as they develop through the system, and your service will also enhance and accelerate your own manifestation mastery. Make your life smoother and easier while you build faith through many manifestations. If you're finished with Step 10, congratulations! You're well on your way to becoming a master manifestor. As Henry Moore reminds us, there's no retirement for an artist. It's your way of living, so there's no end to it. As you are now a practicing manifestation artist, his words should hold great comfort. Manifesting your visions into reality for yourself and the world is now, or is soon to be, your way of living and being in the world. So now what? Take a moment to reflect on the subtitle of this book, Practical System for Reality Creation. Is that it is a practical system for reality creation. In other words, now that you've gotten the hang of it, the steps will begin to flow easily together for each new vision. Assuming that you maintain the space that you have cleared in your mind and your life, meet your baseline meditation commitment, maintain your connection to universal intelligence through gratitude and visualization practices, and are working to remove emotional blockages, then you are forever only one clarified vision statement collage and plan away from anything you truly desire. Just as every master artist occasionally practices the most basic techniques of their medium, I hope that you'll use this book to brush up on your manifestation skills every now and then. Scour through your local library to find many books on the subjects and explore other teachings and programs that can help you take you to the next level in each skill set. And if you haven't done so already, visit our online community at Master Manifestors on Facebook, or have a visit to mastermanifestors.com to see what new resources we have posted there. Conclusion: manifesting a new world. The artist begins with a vision, a creative operation requiring an effort. Creativity takes courage. Henri Matisse, French artist, true creative explorer, and master manifestor, 1869 to 1954. If you've taken my challenge and tried this manifestation system for at least 90 days, you're living a very different life than the one you lived before. Your vision has either manifested or is well on its way to manifesting. And if you can see the results in your life and feel yourself becoming a master manifestor, Congratulations! It's thrilling, isn't it? You may already be taking 1 or 2 more visions through the system. You may be in the process of clarifying visions in every other area of your life. You may have begun reaching out to support others through their manifestation processes. Do not be discouraged if little in your manifested reality is yet to change, because you have most certainly changed in profound ways. Despite the few skipped meditation or visualization sessions, and despite that you may have clung much too tightly for much too long to your idea of how your vision should manifest, every time that you've applied a step and faced the challenges and stared down your doubts, you've made progress through the system. But more importantly, you have reinforced the signal to the universe about your intention to manifest your clarified vision, and you have kept your newly cleared reception channels from becoming overgrown. No matter the number of course corrections you've had to make, the fact that you made them is a beacon flashing your intention to the universe and grist for your manifestation mill, serving to sharpen and strengthen your skills. Stay the course by applying the steps. Be attuned to the shifts that are certainly taking place without and within. Use your meditation ears to listen up, because life's seismic tremors are oftentimes delivered as whispers from your soul. Trust that you are never in this alone, and have faith and surrender. And then, very soon, you will be a master manifester. And as a master manifester, what new realities will you manifest for yourself or the world? There's no denying it. Manifesting money and possessions is motivating and rewarding. Manifesting a smart, sexy life partner or a beautiful body can be very pleasurable and exciting. Manifesting a new business, the role of a lifetime, a platinum album, or a new invention can be electrifying. These and visions like them empower us to take good care of ourselves and others. They allow us to live out some of our long-cherished dreams, make the most of our gifts and talents, and even contribute to society in meaningful ways. But manifesting money and possessions is far from the whole picture. As a master manifester, you will clarify many, many visions, and you will work with the universe to make them reality. As your ability to manifest what you want for your life becomes second nature, you'll probably want to do more for others. The universe is all about love and support for all life, and when you're living out your highest purpose, so too are you. Paradoxically, the more selfless your service and sharing, the more the universe shares with you. In those magical moments when we are actively, inspirationally serving others, we are open to synchronicities and opportunities that would otherwise pass us by. Over the coming months, as you find yourself ready, willing, and able to use your skills to clarify and manifest visions for family members, friends, acquaintances, and perhaps people you do not know personally, but whose needs are brought to your attention, you can feel completely comfortable sharing your skills in this way, knowing that any and all loving energy you invest in the process can only help others. It certainly won't harm them. The more you give of your talents as a manifestation artist, the more you will find love and heartfelt visions for the good of the entire earth arising within you and capturing your imagination. Through our separate manifestation processes, targeted at the same clarified global visions, our manifestation energy superposes into coherent manifestation energy. Think of it as a powerful manifestation laser beam, giving you and me, together with other master manifestors, near and far, known and unknown, the ability to manifest radical, positive change on the planet and many other beautiful new realities for humanity and our corner of the cosmos. Together, we have the ability to replace hunger, poverty, and despair with planet-wide food accessibility, prosperity, and joy. We have the ability to bring peace to the earth by manifesting peace in combat zones and in areas threatened by violence. We have the ability to manifest environmental healing, wholeness, and responsibility that will reverse global warming and make clean water available for everyone, everywhere on earth. We have the ability to protect and care for those most vulnerable to abuse and neglect, children and the elderly. Together, we have the ability to make the impossible possible. Enjoy your new manifestation skills. Indeed, go manifestation crazy. By all means, develop your manifestation muscles, and when you're ready and able to do some heavy lifting, lighten the load by joining with me and other master manifestors to manifest a new and better world. The 10-step system at a glance. Step 1. Clarify a vision. Conceive a vision and clarify it in one sentence, taking a leap of faith and setting a motivating manifestation date. Step 2. Write a vision statement. Write a vivid description of your life and the world as they will be when your clarified vision manifests, and then read it once a week and before important vision-related decisions. Step 3. Create a vision collage. Assemble inspiring images representing your vision into a collage and look at your collage at least once a day, by appointment or by arrangement. Step 4. Develop a manifestation plan. Brainstorm on behalf of your vision and plan a course of action, and then make progress towards your manifestation every day. Step 5. Clear space in your mind and life. Create mental and physical space for your vision by decisively managing tasks and activities as they arrive, decluttering your life, and designing supportive systems. Step 6. Connect with your spirit. Meditate at least 5 to 10 minutes every morning and evening, quietening the noise of the outside world to better hear the quiet voice of your true self. Step 7. Connect with universal intelligence. Align yourself with intrinsic order operating and overseeing all reality through daily gratitude and visualization practices. Step 8. Remove emotional blockages. Clear an emotional path for your manifestation through affirmations, proven healing therapies, and reframing your past, understanding that this is the work of a lifetime. Step 9. Build faith and surrender. Develop trust in the universe and in your manifestation process, and then let go of your outcomes and watch your vision emerge in alignment with the ultimate plan. Step 10. Revise and revision. As your vision manifests, either expand it or clarify new vision and begin taking your revised or new vision through this 10-step process.
We hope you have enjoyed this audiobook, Manifesting Matisse, a practical system for reality creation, written and read by Dr. Michelle Nielsen. For more information, please visit mastermanifestors.com or the Master Manifestors Forum on Facebook. Thank you for listening and be well.
Acknowledgements. Thank you to all my family and friends for your support of this project, especially to Baba and Tia for being there for Matisse and Talia. Thank you, Dad and Nancy, for all the wonderful traveling breaks to keep me sane. Thank you, Adrian, for always believing in me more than I ever had the capacity to believe in myself. Thank you to the team at Solana for holding down the fort. Mary Trini, Laura, Patricia, Gemma, Ines, especially to Miriam Pablo, who certainly got this project off the ground, and the many other CAs that have helped me over time. Thank you to Team BCC and to the wonderful supportive chiropractic community in Barcelona who have become family, and to all of the inspirational writers, mentors, and speakers in the bibliography who started me on this journey and who have provided me with insights along the way. I would like to especially acknowledge BJ Palmer and Dee Dee Palmer, who had the courage to begin writing about and developing these manifestation principles throughout the beginning of the 20th century. A big heartfelt thank you goes out to my editor and writing coach, Michelle Ray, for her incredible creativity, genius, and inspiration. Also, to my designer and final copy editor, Jill Cooper, thank you for adding the final polishing touches to this work of art and bringing it to completion. Thank you to my agent, Maria White. Thank you to all at Barcelona Arts for your patience during the hours and hours spent in the studio. And a big thank you to you, my beloved readers and listeners. I sincerely hope that these words have led you towards living the life of your dreams.